Welcome to my channel. I am Grace Covington. If you have not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and hit subscribe. And at the same time, give that like button as well. Today's topic is 4 signs that you are experiencing financial trauma. Raise your hand if you grew up in a household where money was a struggle. I'm raising my hand, y'all. There were times in my childhood where money was a struggle. And those times were when I started to develop my relationship with money. Now, let me ask you this. Have you ever had a parent say to you, I can't afford it, it's too expensive, I don't have the money? Sometimes those limitations start to create our reality with money. If we consistently hear, I can't afford it, I don't have the money, then you start to hold that as a truth that money is hard to come by or you don't deserve money. And if your parents, your grandparents struggled with money, and this was a common theme generation after generation, this can induce financial trauma in your reality. But I'm here today to tell you that you have the power and capacity to change anything in your life. And today you can begin to release the financial trauma that you have experienced, the financial trauma that is holding you back, especially with money. The tools I'm going to share today work. I've used them in my life. I have experienced financial trauma, and I have been able to work through, to transform and change this. And today I want to give this information so other people can also be free. Now, I will say money is a huge topic. So it is consistent work, consistent looking at, consistent exposing and releasing of your limitations. But if you hold true to the fact that you have the power to change anything in your life, those things that are holding you, stopping you, will be free. They will completely be destroyed from your reality if you choose it. So when it comes to money, you have to be willing to be honest and vulnerable with what you're creating. If you consistently pretend, or if you try to cover up, so covering up may look like I'm going to go shopping so I can really avoid what's happening with my financial reality, get that quick fix and, just to feel good about myself. Or if you consistently avoid looking at your bank account and how, where your money is going, how you're spending your money, or if you are overspending. These are things that we do to really avoid what's going on in our life. And I know it can be difficult and challenging, especially if you have a lot of trauma around money, but you can be free. So let's talk about those 4 signs and signals that you are experiencing financial trauma. The first one is if you keep recreating the same financial trauma, financial struggles year after year after year. That is a sign that you are experiencing some sort of trauma underneath everything that is going on. And it is time for you to really look at what is going on so you can change it. And I have created the same financial struggles year after year. And it wasn't until I really was like, hey, Grace, we got to take a look at this. We can no longer keep running because the same thing keeps showing up. So girl, it's time for you to get real with this shit. It's time for you to be willing to sit down and say, okay, I'm ready to change this. So that's the first thing, is when keep repeating the same situations over and over again. Second is, let's say you get a huge or large sum of money in your bank account, then all of a sudden that money disappears and you either create some sort of financial expense, or you have a whole ton of bills, like you never can keep money in your bank account. That is also a sign of financial trauma. You may be going through this experience with money where you don't really believe you're good enough to have money. So you will create anything and any situation to get rid of money. And that is a form of financial trauma. So I did write down the other two, y'all, because I knew I was going to forget. So I'm going to take a look here and see what I wrote. So the third one is you always feel like you need more money. If you are in a state of abundance, need is a form of lack. When you are in a state of abundance, you always have, like, your bank account does not dictate what your financial reality is. You can have $5 in your bank account. You can have 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. It doesn't matter how much money you have. You are always in a state of having, and in a state of need. When you have or experiencing some sort of financial trauma, you automatically go into the space, I gotta get more money, when you don't have to. And the sign of what that trauma may be is the space of, it all comes back. It's almost one theme that's always there, like deserving, like you do not deserve, or you are not enough. And so you create these situations to prove that, to prove you're not good enough, to prove that you don't deserve. What if you could completely let go of all of that, everywhere where you are trying to prove yourself right, that you are not good enough, you're not worthy, and really start to acknowledge your own self-worth. The fourth is you've been taken advantage of. So I will share this story with you. Back in my college days, I had money in my bank account. And so there was a person that I trusted. I really wanted to get this course, but I had to be present. Like the course creators were coming into town and I was leaving town and I wasn't going to be there. And I really wanted this course. And so I gave my debit card to this person and I was like, hey, I know you're going to be here. Can you go and, get this course for me? And I really want it. So long story short, y'all already know what happened. I gave them my debit card. They didn't buy the course, and all my money was gone from my bank account. So you may be thinking like, girl, come on now. We all make mistakes, y'all, and learned greatly from that. But that experience created trauma in my life where I started not to trust people with money. Like, it was like I started to hoard money and could never really, like, I was always questioning other people. And that does not create a wealth or a healthy reality with money. When you hoard money, where you feel you have to, you're afraid of losing money. And so what happens there is, like, you actually never have any money, because one, you're going to probably get rid of it because you don't want to go through that stress and trauma that you experienced. And so you create all these situations where you are in a space of lack. And the way to really change something like that, if someone has taken advantage of you, is going back to looking at, where don't you trust you? Where are you not trusting you? As if you trust yourself, you will trust the intuitive hits that you get, like, hey, this may not be a good idea. Maybe you should say no to this. Maybe investing with this person is not going to create more in your life. So all of these things, again, point back to you. You can't really place blame on other people, because you actually are not going to change anything, but it's first changing what you are creating so you can create something different in your life. One of the tools that I really invite women to, if you want to heal the financial trauma that you have been exposed to, or if maybe you're connecting with some of the things I shared, is I do go into a space of facilitation, bringing up these moments. Sometimes it does take another person facilitating you to expose all of the limitations that are there. And once they're exposed, they go away. It's one of the quickest ways to receive change in your life. So I always recommend getting help in this area. Second tool that can really start to change things in your life is going back to the space of self-love. If you truly adore yourself, if you truly love who you are, a lot of these things of deserving, of proving, of needing, of seeking validation outside of yourself, they immediately just fall away quickly. And starting to cultivate a healthy relationship with you is a tool that you can use to change your life. So how do you cultivate a healthy relationship with you? Well, one of the big things is judgment. Get out of judgment. Stop judging yourself for your failures. Stop judging yourself, period. And also take time to be with you. That most people just think that's a small thing, like just being with you, but no, it connects you to you. It really allows you to acknowledge you. And one of the ways you can do this is by simply spending an hour a day, every single day, connecting to you. You can do that through exercise, through movement, through meditation, through prayer, through sitting still. There's a variety of things that will contribute to that. It's just asking the question, like, what can I do today to contribute to loving me more or to honor myself more? If these tools have been a contribution to you, make sure that you share this video with someone who may be experiencing financial trauma. I also offer facilitation through one-on-one coaching if you are looking to change your reality in 2023, especially with money. I have a course called Divine Communion with Money that also offers facilitation in there. So there are lots of tools and resources that you have access to today to change your reality with money. The question is, are you willing to change your reality with money, or are you going to stay stuck where you are? Thank you so much for watching my video today. Super grateful for y'all. And I have a couple other videos that I will be sharing with you that are will loop after this if money is a conversation that you're interested in.